people tend to equate the blockchain industry and its value with whatever the Bitcoin price is at that moment, which I find quite unfortunate. Someone also mentioned total value locked as a metric that could be worthwhile exploring in general. But I will direct this question to Stephen. How do you think we can decouple our industry a little bit from these unfortunate facts?
Well, I think right now, again, most of the value is in Bitcoin. So, I mean, that is the whale in the room. I think, the industry, we're in such early days of this industry. So I think, over time, again, remember Amazon, the whole value, it was a bookstore. You used a dial-up modem and then it grew into this thing. So I just think that right now, blockchain is about the crypto use case, which is mainly Bitcoin and, Ethereum as well. But I think over time, as you start to see other things on the blockchain, and remember, these are digital fungible tokens. Right now we have art that's digital only and NFTs, but again, you'll start to see more use cases like real world assets coming into the blockchain, and then which perhaps will dwarf the size of Bitcoin, and then you won't hear about Bitcoin anymore, or you will, but it just will be one of many. So I think it makes sense that it's it's all about Bitcoin right now, but that's not the end game. That's just the beginning.
Would anyone want to add to that? Jason?
Yeah, perhaps one thing that is also important is even though the Bitcoin price is volatile, it still is a signal, and it typically it's a signal of attraction. And the more often the price goes up, the more people feel they have to at least engage with crypto as an asset class, right? So it's a first tiny step. And I'm also thinking in terms of, again, I mentioned that before, institutional investors. If institutional investors, go over the hump and commit themselves to the asset class, albeit at a very small level, they're building up the capabilities and they need to build up the research and the understanding of the asset class. And, all of that, I think, helps propel the asset class going forward. Let's not call it an asset class. It's not just an investment, right? It's more than that, but at least the understanding of the space. I think so in this respect, yes, it's not enough of a signal. We need far more information. That's, again, as we said before, it's the responsibility of our industry, I think, to help with that. But I think it's still an attractive signal for many to be drawn to that space.
And I would add to that the fact that many people mention of price as a marketing device, right? Like every time the price makes it to the news, that effectively brings more people into the space. Sorry, Dan, I cut you off in the start of your sentence.
No. I was just going to observe, I think Bitcoin has long dominated the market cap within the broader crypto and blockchain industry, but that percentage of value is steadily decreasing. I'm not an expert on that, but I just pulled it up today. According to CoinMarketCap, it's nearly 2 trillion, and Bitcoin is 872 billion of that, so 45%. That number was probably 70, 80, 90%. And obviously at one time it was 100%. And we're starting to see that because of the innovation and the new use cases and all the experimentation that's happening. I've always been very deep in the Ethereum ecosystem. It's sort of been my my professional career in the space, and so I'm biased in that regard. But I get very frustrated when people think blockchain and crypto or Bitcoin and the price represents the entire ecosystem. And we saw this the last couple of months when the prices of all assets cratered except for NFTs. They dipped a bit, but they were much more resilient in the broader market, which is kind of interesting.